Hey, and welcome to Lena Listens. My name is Lena, coming to y'all with my thoughts and reviews about the JBP. Alright, y'all. I know the mark and flip blow up went super duper viral, and it's the talk of the town being the internet. But there were a few other topics that took place before and after the argument. Mark asked some great questions at the top of the pod, and Mona was pretty vocal at the end of the pod about a few things she would like to see or implement up there. I kind of want to do a quick hit of those, so let's just get into it. At the top of the hour, I like the advanced conversation pertaining to seeking a more simpler life. Joe said the audience are going to kill Mark and Ish for their privileged takes, but I actually understood where they were coming from with this. Mark was describing how peace is better than having an abundance of money, power, and access because basically it comes with more responsibilities and it can become a burden. Everyone agreed with this. And like a great rapper once said, more money, more problems. Taking it off of them for a second and just talking to my everyday 9-to-5ers and entrepreneurs, the issue sometimes is that folks will get a raise or come into a lump sum of money, and instead of living within or right below their means, they'll feel the need to buy bigger, make costly purchases, or get the souped up versions of their dream cars, etc., etc. Now, I get it. We have to treat ourselves, sometimes especially if you're a hard worker, but don't put yourself back at square one, spending all of this money and now it's almost like you didn't even receive it because you've added all of these costly expenses. You gotta make your money make sense. Right before that argument took place, there were some good questions and conversations. That was just one of them, to me anyway. Moving on to the end of the episode, right after the Mark and Flip blow up, Mona mentioned a segment that she does called Docs with Demona, and the room became quiet for a second, and this
I don't
followed.
need y'all to laugh and
I'm
chuckle.
sorry. I'm going. I told you it's
You
fire.
niggas get quiet. I don't give a fuck.
Tell him, Mona.
I bring a topic up, silence of the lambs in this bitch. Let's talk about
Y'all
Christian.
gonna stop trying to make Demona feel a certain way.
And you know
y'all
why?
Y'all gonna make her feel warm and loved.
It turns me up.
One thing Mona's going to do up there is tell them how she really feels in real time. She even went into the idea of her being a shift leader and putting some rules into place. Now, that was funny. Dress codes, meal preps, as far as who's bringing what food and so forth and so forth, break times, you name it. Some of the guys were not here for it based on their faces. Those facial expressions do it for me every time. I tell y'all that all the time. Now, no one said that these things were going to take effect, but it raised my eyebrow because they're not used to being talked to like this up there. It's kind of funny seeing them learn in real time. After all of this, Joe asked the gang, is it functional or dysfunctional up there? Sir. After that, fresh off of that, the room was a bit split. Ice was the first to agree with Joe on his stance of it being the best job in the world because Joe said, even with all of this, I still think it's the best job ever. Only working 2 days a week with some folks who you consider friends can be love. I see what Ice means. But what do y'all think? Would you consider it functional or dysfunctional as far as the job places required up there? And if you were one of the co-hosts, so do you think it's dysfunctional or functional if you were a co-host up there, just based off of what we've seen all these years and just in general, if you were a co-host up there? Would you be able to handle the different personalities? And if not, without it coming to blows, please, without it coming to blows, how would you be able to handle working up there if you were a co-host? With all of the arguments and the argument talk and all that, I just wanted to bring another side of that episode because there were some good topics rolling. Clearly, I didn't touch on them all, but if there were any key takeaways from this episode, team players, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I appreciate the early drop of episode 869, Tricky Words. I stayed up and watched the majority of it, finished it up in the morning. So yeah, a video about that will follow after this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling the content. Until next time, y'all. Bye.